Hello, this is Dr. Keena with the first installment of what I'm calling We Gotta Do Better. Now, before I tell you what I came to tell you, let me tell you what We Gotta Do Better is all about. So, We Gotta Do Better is just my thoughts on things that are going on in the world. Maybe it's something I saw in social media, I heard on the news, I read somewhere, something I observed. But at the end of the day, it's a situation that we can all learn from. And so, in this installment of We Gotta Do Better, and probably the next few, I'm going to be talking about some things that I saw on a reality show. Now, I'm not going to name the reality show. I'm not trying to drag anybody down or anything. It's not that kind of party. But what I am going to do is talk about some of the tomfoolery that I saw on the show. And this is strictly from a leadership perspective. And in their defense, the show is really about the owner's efforts to make their establishment a better place to work and be for all that are involved. So kudos to them for doing that. But here's what I came to tell you. First thing first, leaders have to be cautious of their friendships and their relationships with staff. It is very difficult to lead somebody if you stand shoulder to shoulder with them. Why do I need to follow you if you are acting like and being like and existing like everything and everyone else around me? As a leader, you are called to a higher standard, whether it's a higher standard of existing or a higher standard of responsibility. Either way, there's some responsibilities and some expectations that you have on the front line as the server, or the front line as a teacher, or the front line as a clerk, or the receptionist, or whatever you are, that are different from the person that's in charge. And the person that's in charge has got to act like they're in charge. That's the first thing I want to say. That's the first thing I came to tell you. The second thing I came to tell you is, even though relationship is critical in how you lead people, you have to understand as a leader, you have a responsibility to maintain the rules. Now, rules without relationship lead to rebellion. And maybe you've heard that before, maybe you haven't. But at the end of the day, if you are around there cracking the whip all the time, and people don't know that you care, people don't see your heart, people don't see that you actually think about them and you value them, then you're going to have some type of rebellion. People are going to push back on you. And that's what they do because they're frustrated with all of your rules. But at the same time, if you have relationship without rules, then you're going to have extreme chaos. And I saw all of that on the show. I saw extreme chaos. I saw rebellion. I saw relationships between leaders and staff that are just crossing all sorts of boundaries, and everything is just muddy. People, we got to do better. We got to do better as leaders. We got to do better as followers. Followers, you have to hold your leaders to a standard, and you can't act like they are not the leader because they are in charge. Leaders, you got to act like a leader. You got to be somebody that you would want to follow. You got to be somebody that's worth following, and you have to set a standard and example for others. That's all I got for right now, but trust me, there is more because I took notes while I was watching the show. So I'll be back with another installment of We Gotta Do Better. But until next time, this is Dr. Keena, and I'm encouraging you to live better, lead better, and love better. See you later.